Hey everybody, this is Pablo with Mattress Makers.
I'm Gabe.
In this episode, we are going to talk about one of the biggest marketing gimmicks in the mattress industry in the last 10 years. Let's go. If you did mattress shopping anytime in the last 10, maybe even 15 years, the buzzword, the trend that you see most mattress companies doing is cooling.
Yeah.
Cooling. Everybody's trying to make their mattress sleep cooler. That's been like the biggest thing in the last 10, 15 years. Gabe, why do we see this whole trend on cooling mattresses?
I mean, the reason why we see is people have been reporting that they're just hot sleepers. I mean,
Yes.
like 1 out of 3 people, they say that they just sleep hot.
Yeah, it is a huge factor. Heat, temperature is one of the biggest hindrances for people getting a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
So it is a problem. Like people do have that problem. Kramer had that problem. I don't know if you guys taking your bag, but that was such a big problem.
Why? It gets hot at night, you can't sleep? You ever try to sleep in a really hot room?
That is been a big factor. And that's why we see it. Cooling mattresses are coming back. Just like most things in marketing, when something works, the pendulum swings so far one way, then it just becomes overhyped.
Basically,
Pretty much.
Basically, what you're saying
Yes.
is all you need is to put blue foam in the mattress, and you're good.
Video done. That's gonna save you a lot of time. Here's a secret. If the mattress has blue foam in it, then you're good. Mattress is
cool.
It's cool, right?
It's cool.
As a bonus, if it says cool in the name or Arctic or ice or anything like that, you're good. You're done. That's it. Video done. Go home. Good night. But no, we know that's not true. Obviously, that's not true. Gabe, what are the cooling features now that we're seeing in mattresses?
Yeah, so the first one is going to be everyone knows the gel foams.
Gel, that's a big one. That was probably the originator. I think Serta Eye Comfort was one of the big originators of, they started doing the gel infused stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a hit. It was a hit. When I say gel infused, there's a little specks.
Yeah, the little
Gel infused.
So you got gel infused, graphite infused,
Graphite infused.
copper
Infused.
diamond infused.
Diamond encrusted memory foam. Yes,
You know?
that is a thing.
It's just crazy, like this stuff that
Silver.
they're adding it. Silver's in there. You've got charcoal. But
Charcoal.
you know.
Yep.
Other than that, then you have like those phase changing materials.
Phase change materials.
Yeah.
Little science behind that.
That's that topic, it's
Yep.
on top of the mattress.
Usually.
You got your like aerated, like your convoluted foam.
Convoluted.
Egg-created foam.
Brilliant invention.
That's usually what you're gonna see in like those, man, this has complete 100% airflow, cooling, ice breeze,
Yes.
Arctic chill.
First of all, does any of it work?
Yeah, there are some stuff that can work.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the most gimmicky and the most legit. If there is anything legit, stay to the end because you'll see that there is actually some stuff that can actually work. Okay, Gabe, what is the most gimmicky? Let's start at the most gimmicky.
Yeah, most gimmicky is going to be we're just head up on it right now. It's just those buzzwords, the Arctic chill or cool breeze and ice foam or snow foam, all those buzzwords.
Yeah. If it sounds like an energy drink or breath mints, then it's probably gimmicky. We should do a video on people guessing, is this a mattress or is this an energy drink or a chewing gum? You know, I've had people, man, it said cool in the mattress in the name. I thought it was gonna be cool, and it doesn't sleep cool. You know,
hotter than my other mattress.
yes, and we'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Most gimmicky is those buzzwords.
Yeah.
Those are the most gimmicky. What's the second most gimmicky?
The infusion of like either gel or copper or graphite, like that's gonna be the next most gimmicky.
Yeah, the diamond encrusted foams, the copper, all that stuff. They don't work. They're gimmicky. They may feel cool to the touch initially, but they're not gonna work. The reason why is they don't breathe. And that's what one thing is super important when it comes to temperature regulation. Does it breathe? Usually they're infused with memory foam. Memory foam just is more of an insulator and it does not allow air to pass through it. There are some properties in copper that actually do conduct heat away from you if you're just touching the copper. But again, you're infusing it with foam, and then you have your the cover of the mattress, your protector, your sheets, all of those things negate all of that.
You're not touching any of it.
You're not touching the copper.
So far away from your body.
Yes, none of that stuff is working because you're not touching it. You're losing any of the benefits that they supposedly might have had anyways because you got all these layers between you too. So that's not gonna work. That was the most gimmicky list. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1's the most gimmicky, 10 is actually legitimate. That is level 1 and 2, you know, most gimmicky. What is the next level? Kind of effective, little bit effectiveness.
Yeah.
Like, 3 or 4 on the scale. What would be the next one, Gabe?
Next one's gonna be like your aerated foams, like it's the open celled foams, convoluted foams, the egg crate that we talked about. But again, those are foams that end up holding heat. And the other one will be like a phase changing material. that topical, like that you see the top cover.
The aerated foams, that those kind of things, man, they're like very not much better than the gel infused. Maybe a little bit because airflow, you'll find is probably one of the most important things when it comes to temperature regulation. Does it breathe? I mean, I would give them on a scale of 1 to 10. I would probably give those a 3 out of 10. Now you mentioned phase change materials.
Yeah.
Phase change materials, not many people heard of phase change materials. What is phase change materials? Can you explain this like I am a 3rd grader?
Yeah, it's where it changes the phase of the heat. So actually what it's supposed to be, so it does a better job at holding in the cooler air.
Yes.
You know, and so when you go and touch it out, you're like, man, this actually really feel cool to the touch.
It does.
And what it's supposed to do is supposed to also bring your body heat away from you.
Yeah, there's actually legitimate science behind phase change material.
Yeah. So it's pulling your body heat, but then again, what's underneath you?
The foams are underneath you, you know? And I mean, phase change, like, you know, you put your hand on a piece of ice, it's gonna heat up, it turns into a liquid. That's a phase change, you know? But then over time, there is only so much heat that can absorb. And they usually work about 10 to 30 minutes, I would say, on average. Because then once it absorbs enough heat, then it brings it back to you. So it may work a little bit, and I would give this a scale, maybe a scale of 5 out of 10, because there is a little bit of legitimate science behind it. Now it's overplayed though, like a lot of things, it is overplayed quite a bit.
It's super overplayed because you gotta think about it, like when you're getting ready to go to sleep, your body does want to cool down.
Yes.
Right? So that is helping it, but then it starts running hot again.
Yeah.
Right? So that hurts you in the
You're going to get hot throughout the night again. And then once you put your mattress protector and your sheets on it too, again, it's gonna take away the advantage of the phase change.
Yeah.
And here's what a lot of little gimmicky stuff that a lot of mattress companies are doing is, because I've seen this fabric, like if you touch the fabric, it is gonna feel cool to the touch.
Oh yeah.
Like it does, like, holy smokes, this fabric feels really cool to the touch. Or this gel feels really cool to the touch. But if you keep your hand on that fabric for about 10 minutes, it's gonna heat up to your body temperature. You're gonna feel it. It's kind of like you put your hand on a piece of metal, and that metal is like, oh shoot, that metal is cooler. It's gonna feel cool to the touch. But keep your hand touching that metal, it's gonna heat up to your body temperature. So it's a similar principle is going on. Kind of little tricky smoke and mirrors. When I first saw it, I was like blown away. It's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But then we've experimented with it. It's like, okay, this is a trick. It is heating up to your body temperature. So that is something that you just pay attention to. Don't fall for that. It's gonna feel cool in the store. It's gonna feel cool when you touch it, but mattress protector on it, usually your sheets, all of that stuff is going to take away that advantage, and it's not going to breathe. Even like I
don't let that be the reason why you're going to buy that mattress, because of that.
So phase change materials are going to be, I would say, a 5 out of that 10. There's some science behind it, but it's very minimal. Very, very minimal benefit. Okay, so that was the semi-legitimate. Scale of 1 through 10, I would give that a 5 in effectiveness. There is another level. Gabe, what is the next level when it comes to mattress breathability?
So what you want to look for is breathable materials.
Breathable materials.
Mattress breathability, breathable materials.
That is super important. Gabe, what do you mean by breathable materials?
So it's like all the materials that is used to construct that mattress, right? So start from the bottom up. I guess you look at the coils.
The coils, that's important. Coils, you get airflow. You got more open air in there, so it breathes. Instead of a slab of foam in there, the coils actually have airflow in there. So there's just more open air.
You've never seen a coil before.
There it is.
And then you've got the type of foam you're using, right? You just showed a foam, but then you've got natural rubber. Here's a latex.
Latex is very breathable compared to polyurethane foam, especially Talalay latex. That is going to be a much more breathable than polyurethane foam. Dunlop, a little bit better than polyurethane foam. Talalay latex is more breathable than even Dunlop latex, because you get air passing through. We actually, here, real quick, this little contraption shows you the breathability. Memory foam right here on this side, we have Talalay latex on this side, and then this little plunger thing, this is like kind of like in a vacuum. So this shows you where if you want air to pass through it for this little contraption to work, because it's passing through open air cells in here. Now to prove to you that's not just a trick, if I turn it around, it does the same thing. You see? I'm just kidding. So, but
you're turning the wrong thing over.
So it is the material. Whoop. Yeah, memory foam does not breathe very well. That's the point I'm trying to make, where latex breathes, at least Talalay latex breathes much better than memory foam. So okay, you said latex.
Yeah. Latex. The next one would be you're gonna look at like the cover of it. You know, what is it?
Yep.
Like the natural materials, cotton, wool inside the cover.
Yes. Yep.
Those do a better job at just regulating the body temperature.
It breathes. Again, going back to breathability. Like most mattresses that you're seeing in the stores, they have beautiful covers, beautiful knits, beautiful designs, but the majority of the covers that we see is polyester.
Yeah.
Polyester has a lot of advantages because you can stretch it, you can make it look pretty, you can do a lot of variety with polyester. The downside of polyester in the cover is it does not breathe very well.
Right.
What's the alternative to polyester? Well, natural fibers, specifically cotton, organic cotton ticking. Organic cotton is a huge advantage when it comes to breathability. It breathes, it allows airflow. Tencel's also another one that is out there that breathes. Now Tencel, it comes from a eucalyptus fiber that also now gives you a little bit more stretchiness than the cotton and also breathes really well. So I do like Tencel, I do like cotton over polyester. So if you're looking for a new mattress, see, and temperature's an issue with you, ask if it's a polyester cover. Or was a natural cover, natural material. And also, what's the other natural material that we're talking about? We got the cotton, we got the coils, we got the latex, and then the wool. Wool is usually layered in there. Now, a lot of people think wool is getting hot. Wool is one of the best fibers that God has given us. It keeps you more temperature neutral. You know, you got wool meant for cold weather gear, and there's also wool meant for warm weather gear because it keeps you more temperature neutral, dissipates heat, wicks away moisture. So wool is a good fiber to have in your mattress because it goes back to breathability. So cotton or natural fibers in the cover, wool, latex is a huge, and then just having those open air coils. Now, here's the thing. It's not gonna make you cool, but it's gonna keep you more temperature neutral. It's not gonna trap heat. It's not gonna retain heat and get you hot. What you want is to be more temperature neutral. I would say in a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it like a 7 or 8. And that whole mattress cooling scale, I would give natural materials 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah. It's not gonna be cold, like you said, but more temperature neutral.
Okay, so we talked about those other levels of the cooling scale. Gabe, what would you say is the most effective way for cooling a mattress? Is there a more effective way to cool in a mattress?
Yeah, the most effective one would be those active cooling systems.
Active cooling system.
Yeah,
Okay, what does you mean by that?
You got like the bed jet, you've got the chili pad, the 8 sleep. You know, those ones are actively cooling the mattress while you're asleep.
Yes, yeah. Have you guys probably seen advertisements on those? Those actually do make you sleep cooler. The bed jet does it with air. The chili pad.
It's like a fan inside your bed, like moving air around.
Yes. The chili pad, I believe, does it with water.
Yeah.
A-Sleep, which is really getting a lot more popular. I'm hearing it on podcasts. I don't know what the mechanism they use.
I don't either. I've used the chili pad and it actually does work.
Yeah, if heat is if that's the number one thing on your priority list, then you may want to consider those, you know, because they are going to sleep cooler. Now, is there a downside on those? Are those necessary? You know, I mean, do we recommend them? What is your take on those?
You know, if you're a really hot sleeper, you're gonna want to get one. Like I'm always waking up sweaty or something like that, then yes, go get one. So they're at a cost to it.
Yeah, there is an added cost.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, they're definitely expensive.
But they do work. They'll help you probably sleep better too if you are a hot sleeper.
Yep.
But then they also can change the feel of the mattress. At least I know the chili pad did. And I had an older one, so I don't know if it's if they've made any changes to it.
Yeah, and that's where I shy away from it. Is anything that I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to like what's on top of the bed. And once you start putting an extra pad on there, then I just don't like it. Change the feel. It does change the feel of the mattress.
Yeah.
At least on the chili pad. The A-Sleep, I've heard it can as well. The bed jet is a little bit different because you got an air moving through it. It's like a little fan that kind of blowing it, you know, blowing through at the foot of the bed. That's a little unique.
Yeah.
So some people say it's annoying to have that air going through. Those things work.
Yeah.
So if that's number one, you may want to consider it, but they're not cheap. Just to let you know, they do come at a cost.
Yeah, we've had customers that I've used the chili pad. My other brother used the chili pad, and it actually does work. Other customers have used the bed jet, got their whole family hooked on it. So
yeah,
they do work.
So they do work. Okay, so we just went over that gimmicky cooling scale. I hope this helped you guys. Now, Gabe, what are some practical tips? Like if they don't want to spend crazy amount of money on something extra, what are the practical tips if they tend to sleep on the hotter side.
I mean, first check to see what your mattress is protected with, so avoiding the plastic stuff.
Avoiding the plastic.
You know,
Yep.
there are some like natural protectors if you want to keep it protected. So there's some of that.
Mattress
So-
protection is huge.
Yeah, you want a breathable one. The other one's gonna be, what are your sheets made of? You know, is it gonna be cotton or is it polyester?
Or is it a blend? Even the cotton
Yeah.
polyester blend can take away that breathability.
Yeah. And then another one is, man, take a hot shower, warm shower, like 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed. That just helps bring it raises your core temperature, but then all of a sudden it starts to cool your body temperature because it wants to release that heat.
Yeah, so breathability is the principle that we're talking about. Natural materials is gonna be that we would recommend, and that's within usually most people's budget, within reach, is the natural materials. Again, the cotton, the latex, the wool, the coils, all of those things are gonna help. And yeah, like Gabe said, avoid the plastics,
Yeah.
avoid anything that's gonna just take away breathability. So the verdict is, Gabe, are cooling mattresses a gimmick?
Yes.
Okay, yes, for the most part. It comes down to breathability. That is the underlying principle. Not blue foam, but breathability. I hope this video helped you guys.
If you liked it, please like, subscribe it to our channel, give us a thumbs up, share it with somebody. You know, what do they say, sharing is caring?
Yes, and if you guys want help on your mattress shopping journey, if you guys want to talk to myself or Gabe or one of our trained mattressologists, you could either give us a call at one of our stores. We ship nationwide. And also, or you could just set up an appointment at the link below, and then one of us can give you a call and just help you navigate the wide world of mattress shopping.
Yeah.
So, and then if you guys want to hear more about mattress shopping, check out these two videos. These two videos will make it a little bit easier for you guys on your mattress shopping journey. Thanks for watching. Sleep well. God bless.